Building job ads that don't suck. Hiring is hard. Even when you have a great culture, a wonderful opportunity, and ample channels on which to distribute it, it's really hard to hire. You need to make sure that you're communicating properly to get your job out there. Job seekers, like today's consumers, make no bones about learning who and what your company is. They can check out reviews on Glassdoor and Ratedly, salaries and other employees on LinkedIn. They can simply Google your name and find social statuses about you or against you. So with all that information, how can you know what they know when they apply? The big answer is a consistent communication strategy grounded in solid EVP with a focused message strategy. The little answer, a perfect job posting. The perfect job post will inspire a candidate not only to learn more about your job, but you, your team, and your company. Here's how to write it. You know how every website you go to now is very landing page-esque? There's one giant headline, and it's not a link to your mission, vision, and values. While those are very important in working, they're not as important in recruiting. So leave the War and Peace description of your company at the door, and simply state why your company is here. 60% of job seekers want to connect with a company that aligns with their values. So leave the long descriptions behind and make sure that you're telling them who you help. Also, support this practically with awards, numbers, proof points, and testimonials. Whether you have the Best Workplace for Mothers Award or you've successfully helped companies route over $7 million in funding, your candidates want to see your impact on the world. When I'm speaking with a prospect, I refer to myself as part of his or her team. Why? Because it makes them think that I'm already part of their team. It's like I already have the job. You can do the same thing when describing the responsibilities of the role. Think more elevator pitch and less duties laundry list. So I'll read you one. As lead sales engineer, you will be supporting clients like Acme Corp, ABC Company, and Just This in their quest to serve customers in XYZ land. You'll write compelling agreements, spend time building relationships with a team of 4 superstars, and focus on challenging but attainable quarterly goals that we've only missed once in our last 8 years. What does the above tell me? It means I'll be supporting great companies with a great team who will expect me to be my best all the time. I know what my days will look like because you've just told me. The above description also helps me lead the job process if I know I can't deliver high-level sales results, because now I know you'll be measuring. Now I know the writer in you is screaming that the above should be longer, and maybe it should be, and can be, but short and sweet wins the day when it comes to job descriptions. Especially since the goal of the job description is to get someone interested enough to apply. In the same way that a car advertisement brochure doesn't read the entire spec list to you, you want your job advertisement to give them the key points, the highlights, like you'd see in a car commercial. Imagine planning your first date with someone you meet online. Their picture looks nice, their profile is cool, and you decide to accept their invite. Once you do, they send you a laundry list of deal breakers. Total turnoff, right? Guess who's doing the same thing? Your job posting, probably. There's nothing wrong with stating a few key skills and responsibilities, but consider making it a bulleted list that's easy to read from a desktop or mobile phone. Sure, mention technical skills, but when tempted to put MBA preferred, consider that can automatically pull candidates out of the running. Keep the list short into real must-haves. Focus on traits that will help people succeed in your company and in the role to help get a jump start on cultural fit. This is a great place to add in values that are important at your company. For example, in our culture, accountability is number 1. It's like adobo seasoning. Put that shit on everything. Sometimes, because words have been co-opted to the point of near meaninglessness, we'll explain a little bit. At Red Branch, we expect grown-up accountability. That means when we make a mistake, we own up to it. And when we promise to do something, it gets done. Everyone wants to be part of something amazing. That means explaining early in the job posting what it is that makes you different. Do you offer unlimited granola bars, a work flex environment, job sharing for parents, or a generous maternity policy? Say so. But don't forget to highlight the things that people just flat out expect. PTO, healthcare benefits, vacation time, some sort of retirement savings coverage. Don't offer anything in addition to these things? Then don't play that game of expecting people to be bowled over. Even the smallest companies can find something competitive or different to offer if they try hard enough. Finally, and this is something that I really believe in, have an assignment or an assignment trigger. An assignment trigger is basically something within the job advertisement that tells you who's really paying attention to your job ad. Some examples. Please apply here and then send Marin@redbranchmedia.com your cover letter via email with "Chat soon" in the headline. Don't bother sending your resume. Hit me up on Twitter @MarinHogan to tell me in 140 characters or less why you're the best person for the job. Send in your application to Marin@redbranchmedia.com and CC Eric@redbranchmedia. The beauty of an assignment trigger is it takes very little effort on the part of the job seeker, but it gives you unique insight on how seriously they take their job search, whether or not they can follow directions, and how closely they're actually paying attention. Attention to detail, right? You can take this one step further by assigning an actual project. I suggest something really small, something that takes less effort than a classic assessment, but still something that gives you an idea of what their work level is, and what their skill level is if there's specific work that you're hiring them to get done. An assignment should, obviously, align with their proposed job duties. It could be having them go to CodePen and design some sort of button or small element of a site. It could be having them write an article or a press release or creating a pitch. It could be having them write a quick email to a fake client to see how they would respond and what kind of information they would give that person. Whatever your assignment is, make sure it has the following: clear directions, a firm deadline, and some ambiguity, meaning they need to research it a little bit. Having an assignment tells you lots about a potential prospect, although it can be a little arduous for the recruiter. Like, can they follow directions? Do they have the wherewithal to research on their own? And can they follow and meet deadlines? That's what I think makes the perfect job post. What do you think? Tweet me at @MarinHogan.